You are kidding! You, oh my Lord! The same dagger that was used to kill Bran.
It'll take us a fortnight just to gather supplies for the trade.
You have to give me a pause there. You should say intermission.
3 days. The remaining forces in the Westerlands will take the river road east. We'll meet at Lord Harroway's town and march together to Winterfell.
What are you doing?
Preparing the expedition north.
Expedition North? I always knew you were the stupidest Lannister. The Starks and Targaryens have united against us, and you want to fight alongside them. Are you a traitor or an idiot?
You pledged our forces to fight our common
I'll
enemy.
say whatever I need to say to ensure the survival of our house. You expect me to trust the man who murdered our father? You expect me to command our troops to fight beside foreign scum? To fight for the Dragon Queen? If dragons can't stop them, if Dothraki and Unsullied and Northmen can't stop them, how will our armies make a difference?
This isn't about noble houses. This is about the living and the dead.
Then I intend to stay amongst the living. Let the Stark boy and his new queen defend the north. We stay here where we've always been. Our child will rule Westeros.
Our child will never be born if the dead come south.
The White Walkers, the dragons, the Dothraki screamers, all the frightening stories we heard when we were young, they're all real, so be it.
When the fighting in the north is over, someone wins. You understand that, don't you? If the dead win, they march south and kill us all. If the living win, and we've betrayed them, they march south and kill us all.
The Targaryens and the Starks already want to kill us all.
We can't beat them. We can't beat their dragons.
How many dragons did you see at the pit?
2.
What happened to the third?
For all we know, it's guarding her fleet.
She came here with her dragons and her Dothraki and her Unsullied. She came here to show us all her power. The dragons are vulnerable.
We can't beat the Dothraki. We don't have the numbers. We don't have the support of the other houses.
No, we have something better. We have the Iron Bank. You should have listened more when Father spoke about the importance of gold. Highgarden brought us the most powerful army in Essos. The Golden Company. 20,000 men, horses, elephants, I believe.
The Golden Company is not here. They're in Essos.
Do you really think Euron Greyjoy turned tail and sailed back to the Iron Islands? Do you think he abandoned the chance to marry the Queen? No one walks away from me.
Where has he gone then?
He's sailing with his fleet to Essos. He's going to ferry the Golden Company back here to help us win the war for Westeros.
You plotted with Euron Greyjoy without telling me the command of your armies.
And you conspired with Tyrion.
She
You
has
planned to
lost
promote
her
my
plot.
enemy's interests. That is the definition of conspiracy.
I pledged to ride north. I intend to honor that pledge.
And that would be treason, disobeying your queen's command, fighting with her enemies. What would you call it?
Are you going to order him to kill me? I'm the only one you have left. Our children are gone. Our father is gone. It's just me and you now.
There's one more yet to come.
I don't believe you.
No! Oh! She has... Oh my god. Tyrion is seriously losing... Oh, for fuck's sake. Now this will all be Tyrion's fault and... She can't trust... You have to let Daenerys know. You have to let Daenerys know. Oh my god, the winter has come. Oh, this was Daenerys' prophecy. Oh my god, this is so bad. They have to know that she's not coming.
Samwell Tarly.
I wasn't sure if you'd remember me.
Oh,
I remember everything.
a little too much of everything.
You helped us get beyond the wall. You're a good man.
Oh, thank you, but I'm not sure that I am. What happened to you beyond the wall?
I became the Three-Eyed Raven.
I don't know what that means.
I can see things that happened in the past. I can see things happening now, all over the world. Why did you come to Winterfell?
Jon's the one to lead the fight against the dead. I know he is, but he can't do it alone. So I've come here to help him.
He's on his way back to Winterfell. with Daenerys Targaryen.
Truth about what?
About himself. Jon isn't really my father's son. He's the son of Rhaegar Targaryen and my aunt Lyanna Stark.
Oh my god!
He was born in a tower in Dorne. His last name isn't really Snow. It's Sand.
It's Sand!
He's not.
Dornish bastards are named Sand.
At the Citadel, I transcribed the High Septon's diary. He annulled Rhaegar's marriage to Alia. He wed Rhaegar and Lyanna in a secret ceremony.
Oh my god!
Warrior, mother, maiden, crone, stranger. I am hers, and she is mine. From this day until the end of my days. Robert's rebellion was built on a lie. Rhaegar didn't kidnap my aunt or rape her.
Oh my god!
He loved her, and she loved him.
That is your nephew! That is your nephew! Or do not! That is your nephew!
And Jon. Jon's real name
His name is Aegon Targaryen.
Oh my god!
You have to protect him.
Oh my god! That butt is wonderful.
He's never been a bastard. He's the heir to the Iron Throne.
Get out of here!
He needs to know. We need to tell him.
Aegon Targaryen!
In his own horrible way, I believe he loved me.
You did the right thing.
You did it.
I'm just the executioner. You passed the sentence. I never could have survived what you survived.
You would have. You're the strongest person I know.
I believe that's the nicest thing you've ever said to
I'm getting used to it.
me. In winter, we must protect ourselves. Look after one another.
Father, when the snows fall and the white winds blow, the lone wolf dies, but the pack survives.
I miss him.
Oh, and then the tower where Bran fell. I can't believe Jon is Aegon Targaryen. Oh my god.
It's a long way down. Yeah. Crows keep telling me I'll get used.
3 blasts, please. 3 blasts. They've reached. Oh my god! Oh my god! I mean, yo, we are doomed. One dragon single-handedly broke half of the wall. Done. And spitting out. That's such a smart play for them to use the fire as blue and not... Wow. What kind of fire is that? So I'm assuming it's normal fire, but it's not a living dragon anymore, so it's blue. That is... The numbers are insane. And they've gotten past the wall. And all in all, everyone were worried that they would climb the wall. But events led to this where... Oh my god, I'm actually in shock in terms of how that happened. Like, yeah, no dudes. So speaking about what season 8 would be, I am definitely sure we're going to start off with them arriving or something like that. And we've got like an entire way to get rid of these guys. And that's like the main purpose of, I feel, season 8. The war, like the Great War. Jeez Louise, indeed. If there are only 6 episodes in the next season, I think it's... And now that we know that all that first part of this episode was such a waste, then trying to get Cersei to know what this... All in all, what Daenerys say, I'm like... because I have to say a few things before I forget what I want to say. Thoughts on thoughts. What Daenerys said is that all this would have been for nothing, and then her dragon died for nothing. And he literally did. He died... Well, he didn't die for nothing for the dead, but he died for nothing for the living, because now Cersei not only has shown that she is one dragon short, but also the fact that Tyrion has now overplayed his hand in terms of underestimating what Cersei would do and believing her word. And third, exactly what Cersei is going to do. She is going to seize the lands and everything that belongs to them while she's gone. And who's to say who would win this war? By the looks of it, they are like strong in numbers, and if they've got another dragon with them, I can't believe I'm saying this, I'm actually freaking the fuck out for Daenerys. Cersei is so smart in that aspect. She's staying where she is, and she's saying let the monsters fight each other, and then there'll be less to deal with, because their numbers will go down anyway fighting. My only thing is, like, I can immediately see what Tyrion, like, this is going to be very bad for, like, on Tyrion's part, because he has advised as much as possible the worst decisions, and it's like, not the worst decisions, it's smart, seriously, very smart. It's just not the right family to ask this, and unfortunately they're the ones in power. And I hate that I hate the fact that they, like, the way Tyrion is being looked at right now. It's just like, he knows this. Like, it should always be like, if this plan doesn't work out, what is the backup plan? That should always be the thing. Like, even Cersei, going back on her word, she said that if people come for us, we've got the Iron Bank. That's her backup plan. Whether it works or not, she at least has something. This, we don't have a backup plan. On good trust and faith of a person who we are trying to kill, if we take their word saying that they are going to fight with us, alongside us in the main war, I should have seen that, seriously. And I knew there's like, it won't be that easy, but the fact that I thought that the evidence and the way she looked at it, she was fearful. And when Euron left, I thought that he was shit scared. But no, he's going to Essos to recruit the Golden Company to fight, to be like, you know, for the Queen's disposal for when the remaining of the army comes. To me right now, Cersei is winning. I can't believe I'm saying this, but she is. She is smart. She's actually turning out to be very smart. My God. Oh, this is so bad. Because if Daenerys takes all of her armies, her Unsullied, her Dothraki, and her dragons, it's ridiculous because, as Cersei says, most of them will die fighting this undead. And then the North also, the Northmen will also die. So it's better to have half their number than to have the full pack and fight them head on with strong powers and all that. That is shit crazy smart. Wow, I cannot believe that. So that entire meeting was so quite pointless for that matter. But I like the fact that at least Jaime is keeping to his word and he's going straight to Winterfell. And winter has come to King's Landing, the south. That's just lovely. But the thing is that Daenerys, like, there is a vision of Daenerys heading to King's Landing with snow all around. Is that a vision or is that her imagining that happening? Now I'm trying to think, because of where we are at. We are not quite in the greatest of places in terms of alliance where we can back this vision up. So right now I'm like 50-50. This can be a vision or this could be a premonition. Not premonition. Her imagination. I don't know. Oh, for frick's sake. And oh my God. Jon Snow is Aegon Targaryen. First of all, when Gilly says something about Prince Rhaegar, it sounds like Prince Rhaegal. And it said something about annulment and all that. And I was just like, that sounds like Rhaegal very much. But I didn't think much of it. And Sam heard that, pretty sure, because he mentions this to Bran. And so Prince Rhaegal annulled his marriage to Elia Martell and remarried Lyanna Stark. So, first of all, I don't know if I realized or not, but I didn't know that the tower was in Dawn. And that even if he was a bastard, he would have been named Sand. But it was a proper marriage. That is Rhaegal's Aegon Targaryen. Can you imagine that bombshell just being dropped on you? If he's the heir to the Iron Throne, how's this gonna work? What? I'm sorry, I'm just realizing that he's the heir to the Iron Throne, because I was a bit preoccupied with the butt scene there, which is quite fantastic. But if he's the heir to the Iron Throne because he's Rhaegal's kid, where does that leave Daenerys? Interesting. Aegon Targaryen. No wonder that freaking dragon or that. Targaryen, check, get lost. I mean, who could do that? Actually, I just realized the other person that allowed another human being to go near the dragons was Tyrion. I kind of forgot about that. But I mean, in terms of sniffing, like that, you could see it the subtitle said sniffing. Yo, I'm in shock. But I'm just trying to think, if Bran and Sam do tell Jon, what does this mean for Daenerys now that he's freaking hooked up with her? Would he realize that that's his aunt? I don't know. I'm actually a bit... This is going to be an awkward conversation for him. I'm very sad. Like, it's going to be weird. Because if they are falling in love with each other and they do happen to get to a stage where they marry, this will be odd for him to know that his name is Aegon Targaryen and that he is the rightful heir to the Iron Throne. I don't know where it stands. If they don't say it, he would be king in the north, but would he, if she does make it to the Iron Throne, given what shit show we are going to encounter with the Army of the Dead, what's to say? Like, I don't know. I'm just a bit curious now what her reaction would be. I just feel like she would be... I don't know if she's more like the person who would be like, oh, I hooked up with my nephew. No, I don't think that would be her first thought. It would be more like, shit, this is my bloodline. This is someone that has a legitimate claim to the Iron Throne. Where do we stand? That's my concern right now. Because they've started a relationship and it looked like Tyrion wasn't on board with it. But while he was on board a ship. But I just think that this is going to be... This relationship is going to be very, like, on thin ice, is what I'm saying. Aegon Targaryen, I can't believe it. Jon Snow, Aegon Targaryen. No wonder he was brought back by the Lord of Light. He's freaking Targaryen. If he has a legitimate heir to the Iron Throne, I think that's the reason why the Lord of Light has brought him back. Not only to face what the war is, but also because Melisandre said that he is the prince that was promised. Oh my god, it all makes sense now. Wow. Anyhow, well, we will only find out what this would mean in season 8. I'm just more curious to see what would this news do to their relationship. I think because she's so close to the Iron Throne that maybe this would shock her for sure, like, because she thought that she was, well, if you think about it, fuck all that, sorry. If you think about it now, Jon is related to Aemon Targaryen. Mystery. Oh my god. It's like, it's so shocking that he was given the duty of Lord Commander and all of that. Without knowing his true nature, they already knew he was meant to lead the people. And we have proof of that. So it's shocking. He's never, oh my god. He's not even a Stark. He's got Stark blood, sure, but ooh, Lord. I'm actually hyped now to see what this means for Jon, what he's going to do, what his plan will be. Do I want to see him on the Iron Throne? Yes, I do. Now that I know this, I would love to see him on the Iron Throne. Along with Khaleesi, you know, I just feel like Khaleesi, Daenerys was the one that got this army. Daenerys was the one that was fighting to get there. And yes, he has the legitimate claim. I just feel that it's so sad that she worked so hard for this. And it's just the fact that he is, like, this news has just come up. And this just makes her all the more reason why no one would support her in that regard. That's all I think. Because, you know, it's not easy being a woman, being in that position where she's had no family, no way of bringing herself up, but then she has magic where she has 3 dragons and then builds herself from the ground up with few counselors, like, and then liberates Slavers Bay, this, that, and I just felt like, you know, it's, oh, I would naturally want her to be on the Iron Throne, for sure. But if we are talking about what's fair, nothing is fair in this world. Like, nothing that is being done is fair. And we can say that the Targaryens conquered, and she's also doing the same thing. Like, you know, that's why she's called a foreign invader and whatnot. Yes, I just think that, I don't know, the opportunities that are there for Daenerys seems to be always less and less, and when she's getting there, another hindrance. So stuff like that. I feel for her, but in terms of right and wrong, yeah, I mean, he is the rightful heir to the Iron Throne, and I would want to see him on the Iron Throne for sure. Never in 7 seasons would I have ever imagined Jon Snow, sorry, my bad, Aegon Targaryen being on the Iron Throne. What will he be calling himself now? Jon Snow or Aegon Targaryen? That's another good question, you know. I don't know what it would mean for him. But yeah, anyhow. Baelish. Now it makes sense. Like, it made absolutely no sense what was going on with every single one of them. I had no idea why Sansa was listening to Baelish so much. I had no idea why Arya was being like this. And it was just, I was like, what is going on? Like, this is such shit. It really kind of pissed me off that I wasn't able to get it. But oh my god. And to be fair and frank, I know I'm nitpicking, but even though Baelish is not my favorite character, I would have thought for a smart person like him, he would have been more aware of being a bit more like chill with his kind of conducts. I think he was just being too obvious, and I've been saying that since, I don't know, some episodes ago. Like, it's almost like as if he wants to be noticed that he's trying to get Sansa to the Iron Throne so that he can, and he wants to be on the Iron Throne with her name and all of that. I just felt like he was like out of place. Like the same Baelish that in season 1 that was just, you know, in the shadows, is just quite very obvious now. Even if he tried being subtle about it, he wasn't. Like, it was so straightforward. And if they were able to find out, I'm pretty sure he wasn't trying to get them to notice, but he was doing quite a bad job at keeping it discreet. Oh my god, so all that was just a charade. Jeez. God, it got me. It was actually more annoying than anything. I was just like, enough. What is this? This is annoying me to my very core. Oh, but the way she used his words against him. Sometimes when I try and understand someone's motives, I play a little game. Sister against sister, family against family. Oh, when there is there is no justice in the world, not unless we make it. Didn't he say that when they were looking over Moat Cailin and he was going to sell her to the Boltons? That's a fantastic way of putting it. He sold her. Yes, I agree. Like, sold her to... I think it was against that Moat Cailin bit. I think it was like something in season 5. But I feel like that's where the dialogue was. I wish Baelish knew this, because Bran did say that Bran made, like, you know, in that first time when he said chaos is a ladder, like, he should have known something is not right. Like, how would he have known this? Because he's smart. Like, why would he think that I don't know. I wish he was a tad bit more like knowing this. Again, I'm not defending Baelish, don't get me wrong. I'm just trying to think, for a smart guy like Baelish, I just think that they just pounced on him, and of course he had no defense, but it's just like, holy shit. It all happened so quick. And yes, I think it's also because there are only 7 episodes and they had to shorten it. But I just think that, my goodness, it was quite the shock for a character like Baelish to be, like, he's the reason for the show, actually, if I think about it, excepting Robert's rebellion. But the main start to the Lannisters and Stark's vendetta was him. He's a big part of this damn show. So yeah, but one poetic thing in that is for Arya to have used her his dagger that he sent, he gave to the cutthroat, claiming it was Tyrion Lannister, to kill Brandon Stark. And then Bran, that's why Bran gave it to Arya. He's like, take it. Then Baelish giving it to Bran then giving it to Arya then using that to kill Baelish. Circle of life. Boom. Wow. But I can't believe it. Baelish is gone. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna miss his character. I am. It's very shocking. I think all the characters that really are the worst and were truly, like, you know, they did a fantastic job as actors, I think I'll miss their characters a lot, because they made a mark and I still keep talking about it. So it's a true testament not only to the character but the actors as well. So yeah, what a wonderful job the actor did as Peter Baelish. The great Peter Baelish. Gone. Wow. I don't know. I'm sad and happy at the same time. Me, Baelish. Oh no, I don't know. It's bizarre. It's a bizarre feeling. But the feeling which is making me feel a little sad is just the fact that I will miss his character quite a bit. Yeah, I don't know why, but I will miss the character. So yeah. And then, well, we saw the entire meeting and everything. We know that they tried their best. They don't know that. Will Jaime be able to deliver the news beforehand to Daenerys and Jon and Tyrion, saying that Cersei is not coming down to the north to fight with us, fight alongside us, but she is going to stay in the south, yada yada yada. I don't know how it's going to play, but as Jamie said, if the dead win, the dead will march south. If the living win, the living will march south. But she makes another better point that not only will they be depleted in number, but also the Iron Bank would be a good investment or good backup plan. But as we've seen in Hardhome, if the dead win, they can easily raise back all the dead again, head straight south. So if the dead do win, I think they're truly effed up, like gone. No way can they survive that. That's the end of this world, this Game of Thrones world. So yeah, that's my thing. But all in all, this season was great. I enjoyed a lot of the cinematography of this season. It was especially the one where Drogon was flying over the river. That was one of my favorite shots. And the shot in this meeting place where these guys, the Targaryens, kept their dragons there, which was insane. That's a fantastic shot. The shot of the mountains, beautiful. I think all in all, this was a wonderful season. It did have some bits and bobs here and there, which I really can't care about. I mean, it doesn't even matter anymore. It's just more like, I just wasn't, because I wasn't able to understand. I was finding it a bit hard to get a little bit of insight into trying to follow the story, but that really didn't bother me. I'm not like too much about it. I think now in this season and then the following season, I'm just going to be very open-minded. I just enjoy what it is, and I have at least tried as much as possible, because I've been taking notes and very sincerely trying to follow the story. I've just been trying to enjoy the last couple of seasons. But the season, out of 10, I would definitely give it a solid 7.5. As I said, this is like, it's got a little bit here and there, which is a bit iffy. But in terms of like storyline and what it's leading up to season 8, I'm very much excited. I'm super excited to see where we go, specifically with Jon's, revelation of being a Targaryen and the true heir or the true claim to the Iron Throne, what this means for Daenerys, how are they going to fight the Great War, what are they going to do. They have been mining the Dragonstone, so that's another thing. And then the best thing I feel also on top of all of this is Theon's character arc. Anytime I see Theon, I feel he is the best character arc redemption I have by far enjoyed. He was a character that I swear I did not think I would like, and he wasn't a likable character, but unfortunately for him to be in this way, he had to go through a life with Ramsay, and in a way I think I owe it to Ramsay for Theon to be like this, because it's more like he understands the consequences of his actions. He understood what he did by betraying Robb, by betraying Ned Stark, by betraying Winterfell, by betraying his family essentially. And his self-realization is something that I admire more than a prideful individual who would not accept his mistakes. So I think what Glover said, when he claimed Jon as king in the north, he's like, a man can only accept or agree when he has made a mistake or something like that. So I agree to that. And for Theon to have gone through this, and there's nothing left that can hurt him, so might as well just embrace what is rather than what it could have been, And yes, as I said, also in terms of him going through to Yara, I think that's a phenomenal way for him to go against Euron and find a way to get her. That's a big move. That's like insanely great move, you know, and I'm looking forward to that. Like, that's also another thing. But yeah, season 8, the last season, must have been bittersweet to know that one of everyone's favorite show, at least almost everyone's favorite show, Game of Thrones, is coming to an end. Must have been very hard, but yeah, I guess it's here. Season 8. Let's see. Only 6 episodes. Yeah, it's going to be quite the story-based episodes. Like, I think there'll be a lot of dialogue, a lot of action for sure. And the big thing is it war between whoever wins? It's like a tennis match. Whoever wins the semi-finals, and then we see who the winner is going to the finals. I think the finals, the first player in the finals is Cersei. Who is going to be with joining her in the finals? That is yet to be decided. So, yeah, let's see. Other than that, season 7 is done. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in season 8. And hopefully I can watch the lore today. But if not, tomorrow. And then we move on to season 8 and HOD. So stay tuned. Thank you so much. And I will see you in the next season. The next and final season. Yes. Bye, guys.